of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jeff wasn't able to join us today, so unfortunately, we have to put up with me again. Oh, no. Any unfinished business or correspondence?
No.
Could we entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the June 23rd, 2026 meeting as presented? I'll make that motion, and I'll second the motion. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Next, we'll consider a motion to approve the actual invoices in the amount of $1,605,704.91 for the period of May 22nd through June 4th, 2026. I'll make that motion. Second that motion.
Did I give you the wrong one?
Well, this one is the one I printed. This is the one I printed off.
I don't know. Might have something else this thing.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah,
It should be June 19th or to July. Is that what you have? What is mine?
I have 14. This, yeah. Okay,
Did I give you the wrong?
well, this was the one that came through, so this is. All right, so let's let that motion fail for lack of a second. And let me borrow yours for a moment. We'll get the correct motion. We'll consider a motion to approve the actual invoices in the amount of $1,492,386.63 for the period June 19th through July 10th, 2026. Thank you.
Okay, again, I'll make that motion to accept that.
And I'll second that motion. Okay, so any discussion? All right. With that, may we have a roll call?
Mr. Humes,
Yes.
Mr. North,
Yes. All right. The next item is we will consider a motion to approve the actual payroll in the amount of $321,123.59 for the period July 14th through June 14th through June 27th, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that motion. Any discussion? All right. May we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Humes,
Yes.
Mr. North,
Yes. The next item is to consider a motion to revoke the appointment of Dylan R. Diolio to the, and I apologize if I butchered that, to the Jefferson County Renlo Park Authority.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion. By way of discussion, I'd like to just clarify that Dylan also provides engineering services. And his engineer services to Renlo Park were too valuable with which to part. And so we'd rather have him provide those services than serve as a board member. Being on board and providing those services would have been a conflict. So we're grateful for his willingness to serve on the board, but we're simply revoking his role on the board so he can provide the services that the park needs and avoid a conflict of interest. Any final discussion, questions or comments about that? All right. Let's have a roll call, please.
Mr. Humes,
Yes.
Mr. North,
Yes. The next item to entertain is an agreement, enter into an agreement with Securitas Technology Corporation to provide Commander and ONWA IP video upgrades for the Jefferson County Jail in the amount of $199,289.25.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion. And I will call upon our Economic Development Director, Mrs. Jesseri, to elucidate.
Sure. So last year we were fortunate enough to receive an LSA grant for this project in the way of $162,000. So that certainly makes a huge impact on the bottom line of that project. We anticipate kicking off here in the next couple weeks / months. Jail cameras are in great need of an upgrade. They do not function properly, which is a safety hazard to both staff and the inmates. So we're looking forward to rectifying that problem.
To add to that, the jail staff and the IT staff have done excellent work squeezing every ounce of life out of the system that we currently use. But it's past its usefulness as far as being able to cover all the issues that, of course, we need eyes everywhere when you run a jail for everyone's benefit and protection. When we were looking at how we were going to finance this in the future, we turned to Jess to find money to make this possible. And we want to acknowledge Senator Dush and Representative Smith for stepping forward and looking out for the people of Jefferson County and bringing home this $162,000, because in essence, we've turned this $200,000 bill into a $37,000 bill because of their support of this request, and again, because of Jess's fine work. So this work will commence in the near future, and hopefully this will live well into coming years and won't have to deal with things like this for a long time. Any questions or comments? Okay. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Nardi?
Yes. By way of public information, I did have something that I wanted to share. And it's a delight to be able to do something like this. And, we, the Board of Commissioners, were in receipt of this correspondence from a John Maloney of Punxsutawney. And I'll provide a copy to the press and one for the minutes. And I redacted information that was personal in nature. When I spoke with Mr. Maloney, and I said I wanted to offer his letter into the record. And I'll read it, less the redacteds. The Jefferson County Commissioners, July 1st, 2026. I want to commend Jonathan Weibel and Mary Walker with the VA office. They did an outstanding job getting me recognition for an injury that I suffered 55 plus years ago while serving as a gunner. They were so helpful in everything in every way in my difficult case. They are two of the nicest people I've ever encountered in government service. Thank you for having these people to handle the VA office. Take care, Jonathan Maloney. We're grateful that Mr. Maloney offered these kind words. And we're also grateful we're grateful to Jonathan and Mary for the quality work they do for our veterans. So wanted to share that with you, Mr. Maloney's concurrence. And Jonathan and Mary continue to do great work. I think I shared this at a recent meeting that they have surpassed $800,000 a month in compensation that Jefferson County veterans receive. Now that's from all sources, of course, but Jefferson County veterans receive about $800,000 a month in compensation. And that money finds its way to impact their quality of life, meet their needs. Ultimately, that money goes back into our economy. So it's a win all around. Any questions or comments about that? Thank you for allowing me to share that. With that, we'll go to public comments. And we have no's and we have 2 abstentions. So Ms. Shaw, Mr. McGinnis, were you holding out the possibility that you might like to say something?
Excuse me, Mr. Commissioner, speaking only for myself, I forgot to circle one of the options. And I cannot speak for Ms. Shaw, but I believe she forgot to circle an option.
Let the record show that Ed forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to our friends in the media. We'll go ladies first in seniority. Pat?
Thank you. Just one question with the, Renalo Park Authority.
Yeah.
Will you be looking for somebody to fill that vacancy?
Yes.
And how should,
If someone is interested, they can reach out to the commissioners, or if they know a member of the park authority, they're welcome to go down on this one.
thank you.
Anything else?
That's all.
Destiny?
What are the qualifications to be on the board?
Citizen of the county and have an interest in seeing the park fulfill its mission, which is to provide outdoor recreation opportunities. If anyone hasn't been there yet, it's a beautiful park. And it has pavilions and camping areas, and the board that's there now is doing some improvements and renovations and looking at making it even better. So it's a treasure that the county has. And we're grateful to the park authority, not just the current members, but past members who served on so well over the years. Anything else, Destiny?
Not that you think of.
All right. Mr. Bartley.
Well, real quick, the commander in Hanawa, those are name brands, I think.
I think that the company being Securitas, I think that is a manufacturer. And it's proprietary in nature, has to work with the existing system. It's not a complete removal and replacement of the system. So it's augmenting, has to work with the current equipment.
Are these cameras replacing the original cameras?
I can't answer that, Randy, I don't know.
They have to be like antiques by now.
Anything I would say would be a guess.
Okay. And you know, they expanded the number of locations.
Yes. That I do. Upgrading equipment, they'll capture some more angles that they don't have now. And there will be an increased coverage.
You can have almost as many cameras.
We're trying to catch up.
Okay. That's all I have.
Okay. Anything else?
Just like to point out something, Commissioner.
Please.
As of this morning, Governor Kathy Hochul in New York has put a 1-year moratorium on any data centers in that state.
She used to have the authority to do that.
Well, the legislature is crafting a bill for it, and 30 representatives petitioned her to do it.
Okay. Good.
Nothing we have to do in Jefferson County.
Well, we could discuss it.
You want to discuss it?
Sure.
Go ahead, you start.
The county is a recipient of 2 letters, one from Brookville Borough, one from Falls Creek, asking the county to take steps to improve information education matters revolving around land development. And the other was a request to consider a countywide moratorium against data centers. So I can acknowledge that the county is in receipt of that. And I have some great news. on the first issue, we started that effort about a year ago. Jefferson County is the only county in the region of which I'm familiar that doesn't have a subdivision and land development ordinance. Most of our neighbors did this years, if not decades ago. So this Board of Commissioners looked at this as an issue to take on and a matter to accomplish. It really began in earnest last year, consistent with the way we approach other issues that bear some expense. We look for other people's money first. And in that effort, we were able to secure, was it DCED? DCED funding to finance our effort to put in a Jefferson County version of a subdivision and land development ordinance. That money was sought and obtained last year, and we began this effort. At that point, it's materialized into action this year. The Planning Commission is leading that effort. And they've had several meetings. Matter of fact, they are ahead of schedule. If you might recall, I believe Destiny and Patty, maybe you too, Randy, were at the meeting on March 30th, where it was launched, introduced to the public and the municipalities, and we had an excellent turnout. I think we filled that first floor meeting room. And that started the process. And it's been active and ongoing since. The Planning Commission is very close to having something to present to the public. We expect that's going to take place in August. So,
The end of August.
sorry,
The end of August.
the end of August, thank you. So we'll be able to show what the Planning Commission, wasn't just the Planning Commission, it was a team they put together. The Planning Commission has been harnessing that effort into a Jefferson County subdivision land development ordinance that will hopefully be ready before the end of the year for review and some type of action. So that on the first issue, we're already well advanced. On the second issue of a moratorium, the municipal planning's code, municipalities planning code, is silent on the counties having any kind of moratorium authority. So we could not pass a moratorium if we wanted to. So with respect to the letters we received to that request, we have no standing to do so, therefore cannot. So that's where we stand on that. And to do anything different would be an invitation for a legal problem. If the county acted on a, say, for example, a motion to in place a moratorium, it wouldn't have the strength of a damn paper towel. So we're not going to take action which isn't concrete and in fact serves a real purpose. So we're going to devote our time and attention and effort to things that do, such as the subdivision land development. And along those lines, we'd like to emphasize to the boroughs and townships, and I know that you members of the press captured this, and I think captured it quite well at our last meeting, but it bears repeating because I don't think the message was clearly understood by all. But the county is encouraging all the boroughs and townships to absolutely not wait if they think action is appropriate. Understand the municipality's planning code. It gives the county a very limited place at the table. If we pass a subdivision land development ordinance, it speaks only to municipalities that have no protections. If a borough or township has zoning, or they have their own subdivision land development ordinance, Their action is dominant in this place. It probably sounds counterintuitive. You think, well, the county's the next level in government, so what they do would cover boroughs and townships. It does not. Pennsylvania legislators designed this so boroughs, townships, and if we had a cities, they fall in that category. They control land development within their own territory. So if we have a borough or township that has nothing, and Jefferson County passes a subdivision land development ordinance, then the subdivision land development ordinance would provide guidance. In a municipality where, and by that I mean borough or township, there's a borough or township that has something, then that is the document that sets the standard for that borough or township. So again, I'm at the point of being redundant, but I have to be. Any borough or township should absolutely not wait to see what the county provides, because we're going to come up with a product that has to be applicable to up to 34 boroughs and townships. It will not be suitable for every municipality, I assure you. So if you are in a municipality or if you're a municipal leader and you're saying, I want these kinds of protections, I want to have, for example, high impact development ordinance, or I want to have some kind of an ordinance that governs solar farms, or whatever's next that we can't sit here and imagine. That township or borough should act immediately, because they may not be satisfied with our end product. If they are, they can always rescind theirs later. If they aren't, they won't have risk missing the opportunity to fix it. So I took the liberty of capturing this and just, I'm going to borrow, I think it was Patty's article. So this was from last month's meeting, where we said boroughs and townships need to take action now. And you quoted me in that particular case, and I apologize, I don't like to make the newspaper part of the story. But in Destiny, I have yours too, and you captured this as well. And another quote lifted from Patty's article: though the county is working on a subdivision and land development ordinance, something that we have repeated to the townships and boroughs of Jefferson County is that if they have an issue, they need to act now. The boroughs and townships need to take action. In Pennsylvania, the municipalities planning code gives the boroughs and townships the dominant seat at the table. And continuing on, the other caution for boroughs and townships is waiting for us. The product we end up with may not be to their satisfaction. In municipalities where growth is occurring, I would caution them again, do not wait on us. Ultimately, when it's presented, we have to have, and I apologize for this way of expressing this, we have to have a shoe that can fit across the board. Your municipality should not wait. If they think they need to act, they should do so now. Anyway, we need to continue to emphasize to our boroughs and townships that they need to act in their best interest. The county doesn't have the strength or the position in the municipality's planning code to impose our regulations on that borough or township. Can't, not the way it's designed. And in like fashion, a moratorium would not only be pointless, it would suggest that we're doing something that we actually aren't. Because going back to my analogy, it wouldn't have the strength of a paper towel. So why would I give people that false sense of security? And I think they really just want action. I'm tired of talking. Take
You
over.
did a
Mark.
good job. I think that would make a big difference for our county, and like Scott said, or Commissioner Norris said, townships and boroughs ultimate responsibility.
So,
Hopefully we'll have that salad done, hopefully in November maybe,
by the end of the year.
by the end of the year.
I have another question. So like, how much power does like Governor Shapiro have? Does he have the power to do anything at all to stop data centers from coming in and taking over?
Well, I want to differentiate what I know from what I think. What I'm about to say is what I think. And I rest this opinion upon the action that was just in the legislature. I believe it's the legislator's place to provide that authority. I don't know what executive power the governor may have in that area, but I do know the legislature recently, and perhaps are still actively reviewing things like, it was this exact issue. Can a municipality, a borough or township, can they in place a moratorium? And that was being debated by the legislature and was to be part of, I think it was intended to be part of the budget that was just passed. And I believe it failed to pass muster. And it did not become part of that bill. So I can't speak to what the governor can or can't do, but I can say the legislature can provide that power, that authority to act. In this case, establish a moratorium. And I don't think it got through. Anything else?
Did you want to set, have a comment?
Oh, I had something off of that topic to share, if that's okay.
Well, that adds color to the conversation, doesn't it?
No, it's off of the topic of
Oh, I'm sorry.
that, so I don't want to move forward unless we're done.
What's the topic?
Transportation.
Okay. Well, are we finished with that, folks? To everyone's satisfaction? You want to go to the podium?
No, it's not that big. And Randy took a picture of me last time, I'll pass. It's not big enough for a photo op. North Central, as we call them, North Central Pennsylvania Regional Planning and Development Commission is updating their long-range transportation plan. So they're doing a public survey to try to get public comment on transportation concerns, congestion, safety, bicycling, pedestrian facilities, road conditions. It's an online survey. It's in web form with a map where you can place pins on the map of transportation concerns you have. That plan helps to dictate where funding goes over a significant amount of years. So if you, I can send the press the link to that if you want to include it at all, but please fill that out if you can for any concerns you have within the county related to transportation. It's better to get the feedback from those of us who live here. It's open till the end of July.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for adding that. All right, how many stories can you get out of that? You can get 4 out of that, Patty?
Maybe not, but I would.
Okay.
All right,
One of these days, I'll show you how to get on the internet and find the third story on last week's meeting.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I don't want to learn too much about the internet all at once. I have to take it little by
Time
little,
to bring you to the 20th century.
kicking and screaming.
Won't be a century behind them.
Anything else?
I do have a question for about the transportation. Like with health rides, I heard that they've become stricter on how far they will take a person to a doctor's appointment. And I've heard that like they won't even stop to let the person go to the restroom.
I can't speak on that for sure because that would be dictated by any agency that provides that service. But what I can say is that survey, one of the topics when you place a pin is about a need for public transportation. So you could certainly put that pin on there and state your concern with more restrictions on public transportation, that's a need here for a wider variety of public transportation.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And the other thing, Destiny, is if it's a health right specific thing, they're a private company, so they may have some internal rules or guidance. Okay? Is there any other business to come before the board? We'll consider a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.